Yeah, it looks like Doug has ended, and it looks like I have a issue. Imagine that. I just find that so hard to believe that I would have an issue. Why did that go over to there? Am I not live? Can someone tell me if I'm live or not? Oh, wait, it's stop. It's I have buffering going on. If I can be heard, it appears I have buffering. Oh, I have buffering because Doug is buffering. Oh, yes, I'm not awake. That makes sense. Okay, so I have an issue here. I'm going to go ahead and get Doug off of the screen. I think that might explain why I had problem. No, AT&T is not the problem, Bobby. I'm the problem. I've got OBS set up to do something, and when OBS works correctly, when I work correctly, wow, what a concept. This thing works just fine. So now I want to try something here. I'm going to temporarily turn on another camera. Oh, look at that. Beautiful. Beautiful. So what you see in the lower, yeah, really. Jeff makes a good point. This, what you see displayed over here in the lower left-hand corner is my new Android camera. I mean, my new Android phone that I had donated and given to me by two of my subs, Alex Cheek out of Arkansas and Chris Garrett out of Georgia. Chris actually sent it. It was a joke, and it was a very good joke, but I'm going to put it to good use. So um, maybe the joke's on them. Ha, ha, ha. No, in all seriousness, I'm very, very happy that I have this, and I will work with it. So what I'm trying to do is get this to where when I come over here and I make a change over here, you guys can see it a little bit better on this box on the lower left hand corner. Yeah, I threw it in the lake. Yeah, no, actually I did not. So some of you see the white dot. I'm going to go ahead and get out of this camera for now and go back to this camera. Some of you see this white dot right here. And what this is I wanted to spotlight the ball. And I kind of set it up rather quickly. So I'm going to show you how this works. I'm going to disconnect that. I'm going to disconnect that. I'm just going to get rid of this for now. We're going to reconnect our media in to our media out, and we have the golf course. So now I'm going to yeah. Try to think through some things here. Did I accidentally convert? I did. All right. I got to do something real quick. I'm going to drop a link over in the chat for tomorrow. This is for John Southern Exposure. If someone could check that out and let me know that it actually goes to John Southern Exposure, I'd appreciate it. All right, back to business here. If not, I'll get that fixed. So I'm going to bring this up to here. I don't need much room to work with this. Looks like that's the bottom right there. So I'm going to go grab this and bring it up just a little bit. Okay, so now I can work with this. Okay, so what I am trying, thank you, Jeff. So what I'm trying to do is when I play this clip, this was a edited version of something. I actually hit the pin from this distance. So what I want to do is I want to spotlight the ball from right there. First and foremost, I want to spotlight the ball from right there-ish all the way through when it hits the pin. So I haven't figured out how to do that quite yet, and I just started working with this. So it's real easy to do. I was really surprised at how simple this was to do. So the first thing you do is you come up here with your media one highlighted right here. You click on the brightness / contrast, and it automatically adds it in, and it puts it where it's supposed to be, which is in between the two. And you'll see automatically, if we get rid of that, just reconnect this to this, it looks the same. I thought it actually, now you're supposed to be able to grab this and get it on the line and it work. I haven't been able to do that lately for some reason. Now we're going to go ahead and add that back in, and then we're going to play with the controls. The gain darkens it if you go lower, and it makes it brighter if you go higher. So we want that to be 50% right now, or whatever the default setting is. And then the contrast, the same thing. It's going to make an effect on it. And again, I want to keep it at the default, which is 00. Brightness speaks for itself. Although, in my opinion, gain and brightness appear to be the same thing, but that's just me. So, how do we get this to spotlight that ball? It's real simple. You come, while you're on your brightness, make an ellipse. There's no need to expand that out. Put the ellipse over on screen number 1 by hitting the 1 button. Whatever I do here will be affected here. For example, if I move this over here, that's where that's going to be. If I move it over here, that's where that's going to be. Well, I want it to be dead center of this ball. So I'm going to put it there. And then I'm going to just go start playing with the size of the ellipse, just in grabbing the green edges and bringing them down to the size of the ball. Then I'm going to go back to the brightness. Doug Betts joins us. Live Windows training, Doug Betts. Good to see you. Good to see Jeff Ryman. Good to see Bobby Warren. And I believe I saw Tony Wallow and maybe Robert Michael earlier. I'm not as sophisticated as Doug is and had 13 different chat windows to choose from. I only have one. I'm working on it, though. Yep. Looks like Kenny Witten was there, as well as, I thought I seen, in fact, I know I saw Tony Wallow. Anyway, let's continue on with this. So we have our little dot. Now we want to figure out why it's not. There's our little dot. Oh wait, but if I make the little dot real bright, a white dot on a white golf ball don't work too good, huh? So let's put the little dot right about there. And let's scroll down over. I should be able to change color of that little dot, huh? Can I not do that? And naturally, my son calls while I'm doing a live stream. Please enjoy. Chat amongst yourself for just a second. I'll be right back. Hello. I'm doing a live stream. What's up? All right, I'll call you back. All right, sorry about that. I got to figure out a way to pause the live stream, which I know I can do it for 30 seconds to a minute, but obviously sometimes those calls might take longer. So I want to change that color. More importantly, I'm going to go see where this is showing up at on this stream, because I think it's going to show up right. It does show up here, so I don't want that. Now hit play. And it's going to go over to the ball. I want it to start right there. Now, hopefully our good friend and buddy Wintermute's watching, and he can play around with his Davinci and help me to figure this out. In the meanwhile, I too will figure that out. I actually think if I can get this, so shift and right arrow, shouldn't have went that far. So let's go back, shift and left arrow, go right arrow without the shift. See, that's a beautiful shot right there. That actually shows impact of the ball. I need to make this so much bigger. So I go back one, two, impact of the ball, ball in the air, another beautiful shot, another beautiful shot, another beautiful shot. So I discussed this a little bit last night. Right, track the ball so the ellipse moves with it. And that's exactly, Wintermute and I think so much alike, it's just scary. That's exactly what I think I have to do. Once I get the ellipse to start at whatever point I want, then I have to track it, and then it will follow the ball. Now, the tutorial that I watched, the guy or the girl, I'm not sure which it is yet, did not track it per se. What they did is they keyframed it. They started at, let's just say, they started it right here. I'm going to go to the ellipse. I'm going to move the ellipse over just a little bit. Actually, hopefully Tony's watching to keep me on track. I don't want to go forever. I started a little bit earlier today because Doug ended a little bit earlier, and that's fine. I appreciate that. So why don't we do this? Why don't we take this ball back to the beginning, and why don't I go back to the brightness? And if I take the gain down, that makes it black. I don't want that. Doggone it. I had an idea. I still actually do have an idea. But if I take the brightness... Oh, wait a minute. Wait a minute. Gain is 0. Well, what happened? Brightness is 0. Ah, that's what I want right there. This is what I want. Now, if I go and play this, is it going to be that way all the way through? And if it is, then I'm good. Yep, okay, I think I can do this. So I'm going to go back to the beginning. I'm going to go back over to, oh, I'm in Fusion already. All right, really? Welcome to my world. Rick Lakes joins us. BH Ringer joins us. So we're going to go back over to Fusion. And we're going to scrub this thing forward. That's too far. So go back to the beginning. And we're going to scrub the video forward to about right there. That's a pretty good starting spot, I think. A couple practice swings, it shows the ball. So now, we'll see where the ellipse is at. The ellipse is about where I want it. We'll move the ellipse down. Well, I've been having issues. I think my mouse battery's getting bad or something. And I might make it just a tad bit smaller. I think that might work. Then I'm going to go back over to the brightness. And I'm going to bring the brightness up a little bit. There we go. That might be too much, but for this purpose, let's see how this works. I'm going to go back to the beginning. I'm going to go back to the beginning. Gosh dang it, I was afraid of that. Oh, wait, because I didn't set a keyframe. Never mind, hold on. Go back to here. Put this back to there. Go to the beginning of the clip and set a keyframe. at 0. Now it should not be seen. Then we're going to scroll forward to about right there. And we're going to bring the gain up just a little bit. And we're going to go into the ellipse, and we're going to make the ellipse appear right there. So that should keyframe. Oh, I gotta keyframe the ellipse too, huh? All right, take 2. Back to the beginning. I should be able to keyframe this right there, although I don't necessarily. Okay, kill that idea. Go back to, I'm still in Fusion, I'm at the beginning. I want to bring this over. Either my mouse is not working or I'm not working. So now I want to insert a keyframe right there. Then I want to move forward a frame, 2 frames, 3 frames, 4 frames, 5 frames, 6 frames, 7 frames, 8 frames, 9 frames, 10 frames. So when I redo this for real, I will clearly not have it be 100 feet away. Thank you, Tony. That's the T-5 for the normal time frame that I set. So now I've got that. I'm going to move this up to here. That should be 1 keyframe. Then I'm going to go 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm going to go over ahead and move this forward. I don't want the ellipse to move though. I want the ellipse to stay where it's at. Ellipse is actually moving. Take it off the ellipse and see if I can do it that way. 1, 2, 3. Okay, so at 3, it sort of disappears. So I'm going to go back to the ellipse. I'm going to grab the ellipse and grab it up to here. I'm going to take it off the ellipse. And I'm going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There, back to the ellipse. Hopefully this is keyframing up to here. Then I'm going to take it off the ellipse. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22. Back to the ellipse. Bring the keyframe down to the ball, which is actually getting really hard to see. Oh, can I do this? Right there. Take it off the ellipse. Go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Go back because it looks like that's going to be sort of kind of better. Sort of kind of better. That's Ken Stout speak for. It looks good. Then we're going to go down to should have tested this out beforehand. I'm just going to go ahead and put one more keyframe right there on the pin itself. And I'm going to move this all the way over. Interesting. Let's go see what that looks like. Okay, so good. And we'll go to the beginning. Okay, so far so good. I don't see the little white circle over there in the middle of the lake. So here we go. All right, so if the circle starts out wrong, that's change number 1 that's got to happen. All right, I'm on the right track. That was that's better than what I did last night. So, I figured that part out right there, so that's cool. And like always, I'm going to render it because I got to see what it looks like. golf ball light. I don't know. MP4. Enter the rendering queue. I want it to go over here. I don't even know where over there is, but we're going to go ahead and render it.